Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again. This is BVI Channel 1 and we are live and direct on our weekly program, Biafra Discourse. You're all welcome to this wonderful section. It's a moment of truth and a moment of reality check for the Biafran people. As the topic we're going to be discussing this evening is something that we really need to delve into. We really need to do a reality check on and among ourselves on the topical issue. How prepared are we for Biafra independence? How prepared are we ready for Biafra freedom or independence? That's the topic we are going to be talking about. How prepared are we for Biafra independence? So we are going to call the lines on the screen. It is on the top corner of this screen. You call the lines and tell us your submission. +23481054553. And the areas we are going to be looking at while discussing this topical issue and answering this question without sentiment and emotion. We are going to be considering the justice system in our homeland. I'm not talking about Nigeria now. I'm talking about our homeland, the Biafran land, the Biafra territory. We are going to be talking and considering social justice, economic development, and institutional establishment. These are the core issues that we will be delving into while answering this question genuinely and sincerely. How prepared are we for Biafra independence? I know when I throw up this question, I can tell you that 99% of our people will say, we are ready, we are ready, we are ready for Biafra independence. What are we waiting for? We are ready for Biafra independence. But let us clearly take it one after the other as to what is indicator to show that a people are truly ready for their independence. That is what we're going to be talking about. I've already mentioned the areas we're going to be looking into. That is the area of social justice, the area of economic growth or economic development, and institutional establishment. So I will implore you to use this opportunity to invite more people to join us in this very interactive section. It is extremely very important that every one of us takes part in this very proceeding tonight. And if you have not subscribed, please help us by subscribing so that you will be getting all our notifications. Helping us in the sense that for you to be getting what we are dropping on our platform, because it is taking us a whole lot for us to do this service for our people. And it will be a waste if we do not get to as much as possible those who needed to watch the content. So you help us by sharing and also subscribing on this platform. And don't forget, you can use the super chat to support our live streaming so that we'll be able to sustain what we are doing right here. Now let us hit the ground running. Talking about the question and answering the question, are we ready for Biafra freedom or Biafra independence? How ready are we for this eventuality? It will definitely happen. It's only about a matter of time. How ready are we when the inevitable happens? For sure, Biafra will be free. For sure, Biafra will have her independence. But how ready are we for that independence? I believe that to a large extent, it is our readiness that will determine how fast and how close we'll be able to achieve that much needed independence. So now let us go into the very first issue that we are going to be analyzing with respect to this topical issue, the social justice. The social justice. That is what we are going to be highlighting. Let's ask ourselves this question. This justice system, the social justice system we have in Igbo land, how far has it gone to show that we are a people ready to administer justice, equity, and fairness when Biafra comes? When Biafra comes, how ready are we to get social justice in place? Because what we are looking at in Nigeria today is a situation where you have social justice seriously undermined. Social justice seriously undermined. We are asking, in our contemporary society, in Biafra territory, can we for sure say that we are asserting social justice beginning from our traditional setup as a people, our customary setup as a people, as indigenous people? Okay? So we are talking about the concept of fairness in relationship between individuals in the society. Today in Nigeria, we're talking about marginalization. We are talking about what do you call it? Subjugation, unequal distribution of wealth, where the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer, where the rich takes their children to the best schools and the poor takes their children to dilapidated public schools, as it is obtainable in Nigeria today. How ready are we to assert social justice, to ensure that the children of the rich and the children of the poor will be able to attend the same school? How ready are we to ensure that you don't need to know nobody to have justice, to secure your job, to be properly and gainfully employed because you qualified for the job? That is what we're talking about. Are we ready to establish that? Are we ready? These are the indices. These are the ingredients. When you see it operational within a society, you can say for sure these people are ready to govern themselves. Because I can tell you, no international community, United Nations, call it African Union, will support a country where there will be regardless of social justice. Let us not talk about Nigeria. Nigeria is a product of colonization, a product of subjugation, a product of marginalization, a product of undermining the growth of indigenous people. And it is living up to its expectation as per those who established it. Now we are how are we? Some people will say, oh, we are going to wait. When Biafra come, we'll establish that. I can tell you, we must start now to fix our social justice system in our homeland. I'll give you an example. The North, they are the only people in Nigeria today that are ready when it comes to if anything happens to Nigeria, which is inevitable. They are the best. They are in the best position to thrive without even any much, running helter-skelter to fix themselves. Because by the time we consider the other two areas that we are going to be talking about when we are asking ourselves the question, how ready are we for independence? So, the North are perhaps the only set of people in Nigeria today that are ready. Are we talking about economic growth and economic development? How ready are we in the southeast? How ready are we in the south-south? How ready are we within the territory called Biafra today in Nigeria? How far are we developing economically, regardless of the situation of Nigeria? How are we developing ourselves economically? Because while I'm saying this, those of you who watched the video I published just before this live broadcast, those of you who watched that video will understand what I am talking about. The video of Lagos State launching their blue bus rail line. They are test running it. An electric rail line. These are the things you see in the Western world. For how long are we going to wait for it to start manifesting in Biafran land? Don't forget Lagos State is part of Odua Republic. And they are agitating for freedom and independence too. But did it stop them from advancing, from developing, from putting down infrastructures that will enhance their economic growth? Are they not part of Nigeria? Are they not thriving? The same thing is applicable to the north. Go and see what they are doing. They are using the political power they have in Nigeria to take almost all the resources to develop their economic growth. Yes, talking about agriculture, talking about industries, they are pushing everything to their own end, especially in the areas they have strength. But we are here. What are we doing in the southeast? What are we doing in the south-south? How are we helping in rebuilding our homeland, in developing our states within the geographical region called Biafra within Nigeria? That is the point. Some people will always say, let us wait when Biafra come. I laugh you in Biafra language, in Biafra tongue. I dey laugh you because that one at the height of self-deceit. We cannot wait, my people. It starts now. It starts now. Others are using the resources available for them to develop and enhance themselves while pursuing their goal. What they are doing in Lagos and what they are doing in the north have not stopped them from agitating for Islamic State or Odua Republic. Why would the agitation of Biafra stop us from developing our homeland? That is the question. That is the question. Even some people will take a step further to truncate everything, say everything should put to a stop until we get Biafra. Can you imagine that nonsense? It is a rant nonsense, my people. I know this is not what you want to hear, but that is the simple truth, because I'm ordained to speak the truth, even if it means standing alone. As long as it is the truth, that is the only thing you can get from me on this platform, because that is the truth that will set us free. My people, we have to have a rethink. We have to have a rethink. I'm talking about infrastructural development or institutional establishment. Go to the north. They've already established their Islamic banking affiliation or having affiliation with banking system in the Middle East. Go to what they are doing. Go to north and see what they are doing there. Go to the north and see what they are doing there. They are empowering their young people, their farmers, their entrepreneurs with no interest loans that even our own people are even trying to convert to Islam to access those loans. You can imagine. Yet we have mega churches in the south, east, and in the south. How are they empowering their people? How? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. These are Biafran people. What are the institutions that are being put in place? They're already putting in place these institutions. that will galvanize their economic growth. What are we doing in our own part? That is when I ask you the question, are we ready for the independence we seek? Lagos State is there. If you go to the video I published, you will see and watch this video in full. Then you will be ashamed of the political leaders we have in this part of the world called Biafra land within Nigeria. You will be ashamed of the political leaders we have and our governors. They will come and tell you, oh, it is marginalization. Oh, it is subjugation. Oh, some people will tell you it is the Nigerian constitution. Do the Lagos State have a different constitution? Does the North operate with a different constitution? What stops us from looking within ourselves and start enhancing ourselves and start developing ourselves? The problem we have in this part of the world, the problem we have in Biafra land is my people have refused to be political, especially when it concerns us as Biafrans in our homeland. Everybody is nonchalant. Everybody wants to care. They are not interested in who governs them. They are not interested in who represents them. They don't care as long as their shops are open. They don't care who takes political decisions that affects them on a daily basis. That is why we have allowed never do well political class, the worst of us, to be our leaders, and we continue to cry foul. Why won't we continue to cry foul? Why won't we continue to experience backwardness in our homeland? Why won't we continue to shout sabotage, sabotage, when we are not interested in fixing the right things done? It is not just about saying, oh, I am ready. Oh, we are ready for Biafra. No, be by mouth, not by action. And these are the things we have considered, and we hope when you call the lines, you will be able to table your own submission. And before I proceed, I want you to take a look at another video painting a picture of what it should be. When you're talking about the Biafra in view that I am speaking to you about today, the Biafra in view that we see an enhanced and developed territory beginning from today, beginning from now. We are not waiting until Biafra comes. We continue to work. We continue to work to put our house in order. To put our house in order. Because this country will eventually, we may wake up one day and you see that this country has crashed. And you wake up one day and the North will announce that they are not interested anymore in Nigeria. Then that time we'll start running helter-skelter. Whereas they have already long gone and left us behind. We will not allow that to happen, my people. We will not allow Biafra to happen to us by surprise. So, I'm going to show you something that is very, very, very important. You need to see this. Coming from former Minister of Power, Professor Bat Naji, and his group, Seredek. I've been part of these programs for some years now. They had wonderful plans to develop our homeland. I've already published it today. In case you have not watched it, go and watch it after this live broadcast. Watch that video. You will see it in full. You will see things for yourself. And you will understand the problems we have. The root of our problem and suffering as a people. The people who are directly responsible for the backwardness we are witnessing in our homeland. Just watch that video, you'll see what he said. But meanwhile, in case, for the purpose of what we're doing today, I want you to listen to Professor Bat Naji. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The CEO of Enyimba Economic City is Mr. Dal Ozo. He's in Germany today on the Enyimba Economic City mission. And Enyimba Economic City is in Abia State quite all right. But as part of what we do, we like to think that a lot of big projects like that are not about states, but the region. And that's why we take active interest in Enyimba Economic City. It is a 10,000 hectare industrial city being developed. And the chairman of the advisory committee is no other than the chairman of this summit, Dr. Pascal Dozier. I serve on the advisory committee of that development. But it is an audacious project whereby even the federal government, you probably heard that they signed the free zone license last week. And yes. And the federal government is investing 10 billion naira in that project. But that's a minuscule amount of what's going to be invested there. For example, a Chinese company, Rui, which is the largest textile manufacturing company in the world, is coming there to invest minimum $400 million, perhaps up to $600 million. What are they going to invest in? Building textile lines, two types of textile lines. Dr. Dozier was privileged to go to see their infrastructure. I wish that I saw it, but it can go for kilometers. They're going to have cotton, from cotton to the actual cloth, to garment making, from petrochemical all the way to cloth, garment making. They're going to do that in that place. It's a free zone. There are so many other industries coming. Volkswagen, what Asuzu is in Germany is to talk to Volkswagen. There are some other industries coming. They're going to build a whole lot of industries, healthcare systems, entertainment industry, all in this place. The petrochemical industries will also come into that place. And we, at Geometric Power, are going to be supplying electricity to that particular place. So a lot is going to be happening. Because, like we said at the beginning, there's nobody that actually holding you from doing what we are talking about here. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The CEO of Enyimba Economic City is Mr. Dal Ozo. He's in Germany today on the Enyimba Economic City mission. And Enyimba Economic City is in Abia State quite all right. But as part of what we do, we like to think that a lot of big projects like that are not about states, but the region. And that's why we take active interest in Enyimba Economic City. It is a 10,000 hectare industrial city being developed. And the chairman of the advisory committee is no other than the chairman of this summit, Dr. Pascal Dozier. I serve on the advisory committee of that development. But it is an audacious project whereby even the federal government, you probably heard that they signed the free zone license last week. And yes. And the federal government is investing 10 billion naira in that project. But that's a minuscule amount of what's going to be invested there. For example, a Chinese company, Rui, which is the largest textile manufacturing company in the world, is coming there to invest minimum $400 million, perhaps up to $600 million. What are they going to invest in? Building textile lines, two types of textile lines. Dr. Dozier was privileged to go to see their infrastructure. I wish that I saw it, but it can go for kilometers. They're going to have cotton, from cotton to the actual cloth, to garment making, from petrochemical all the way to cloth, garment making. They're going to do that in that place. It's a free zone. There are so many other industries coming. Volkswagen, what Asuzu is in Germany is to talk to Volkswagen. There are some other industries coming. They're going to build a whole lot of industries, healthcare systems, entertainment industry, all in this place. The petrochemical industries will also come into that place. And we at Geometric Power are going to be supplying electricity to that particular place. So a lot is going to be happening. Because like we said at the beginning, there's nobody that actually holding you from doing what we are talking about here. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you so much.
That is it. You had it. You saw it with your eyes. This happened about 2 or 3 years ago. This economic plan had been there, designed by men who are patriotic for the development of Igbo land. But you know what? Your governors are not interested. Your governors are not as committed as these men are. It's not that we don't have people who are committed, people who are patriotic, people who are driven with a passion to develop Igbo land. But you guys are not giving them the opportunity to serve. You guys, our people, are not giving them the opportunity, the needed support for them to be on the front line. That is why we are backward. You know, this kind of program will be organized. Something that should be the top priority of your governors. But you know what? All the while that we've been attending for that program in Enugu, especially where it is being held, hardly will you see any political leader attend that meeting. The governors will either send a representative, or they will not even come at all, including the governor of Enugu State. I make bold to say it. I think he attended once and hurriedly left, because this one, it doesn't matter to them. They are not driven by that passion. That is why we are backward. So when you see me going out of my way with my team to identify these men to run our affairs in our homeland, don't get it twisted. Do not fight against it. Do not think that somebody is paying me to do what I am doing. Nobody had given me a dime. I'm talking about the politicians to clamor for good governance in our homeland, in Biafra land. I keep saying it. I'm a Biafran. Have I been arrested? Have anyone taken me down? Oh, that is even part of the suspicion. Hey, because this guy has been talking about Biafra and they have not arrested him, that means he's working for Nigeria. Something is wrong with us. Something is definitely wrong with us. What we're telling our people is that there are ways to do the things the right way, and you'll be boldly walking tall as a Biafran. That is what my people refuse to understand. And that is why we have been so undermined. We have been so intimidated, beaten down. Today, how many people can walk the street with any clothes designed or written boldly, Biafra, or I'm a Biafran? That is it. So how are we going to be free? How ready are we? We are talking about how ready are we for our independence. These are the indices to show a people who knows themselves and what they want and where they're heading to, who are determined to be free. It is not by just shouting, I want Biafra, I want Biafra. No. It doesn't end by shouting, lamenting, crying, abusing, and agitating on the street. It is getting down to do the needful. And I think at this point, I will allow the lines open so that everyone can be part of this. This program is just for 1 hour. So we have these 30 minutes left for you to make your submission. Don't forget, on this program, we concentrate on the topic under review, because this is Biafra Discourse. We're talking about Biafra Discourse, okay? And on this Biafra Discourse, the topic we are reviewing is how prepared are we for Biafra independence? And what we're looking at is 3 important indices showing that a people are ready for their independence. Talking about social justice, talking about economic growth, and also talking about their institutional establishment, of which all of these things I talked about are established on top of their political awareness and political consciousness. All right, the lines are opened. You can call +234-810-4545-533. That is the numbers you're seeing right here on the top corner of the screen. 0810-4545-533. If you're outside the country, you can call through the international dialing code +234-810-4545-533. Meanwhile, let us go to the comment section and take relevant comments. Relevant comments. And the ones that are not relevant, we delete them or not even mention it. But we can also acknowledge those who are using that opportunity to shout out to Biafran people and to us in the station. So I'll begin with Biafra Nwa Eze Udu. Okay? All right. We acknowledge you for coming, but your comments are not to be read because it's not it's not in line with what we're talking about. So we have Rust Link. We appreciate you. He said we move regardless of anything. All right, thank you very much. We move to what direction? That is what is important. To move is not even the problem, but to what direction are we moving? It is very important we acknowledge that. So Jerry Chooks said he's asking a question. Okay, but his question is not relevant to the topic under review. Sorry about that. We can't take such questions. If you are dropping a comment, you must drop a comment with respect to the commentary or the topic under review. And if you are calling, you limit your calls to the topic under discussion, because we wouldn't want anyone to bring in irrelevant talks or distract this program with a different issue that we are not talking about. All right, Ekene Kelly, we thank you for coming. And KG Williams said, Chinedu, I respect what you do on this channel so much, but please stop comparing Lagos State to Igbo land. Why won't I? Please tell me one reason why I shouldn't compare. Are we not in the same Nigeria? Let me see some of his reasons. He said, it's a big no to me. Only revenue Lagos seaport generates in a day can build any structure. Wow. You really mean that? And you think that we cannot construct even our roads with the ones we have? It is not a must that we are going to construct railway line, but I can tell you we have the capacity to construct it. From what I have seen, from the plans on ground, I can tell you, I can categorically tell you that we can do it. We have the manpower, we have the resources as individuals across the world. It will shock you to know that some of the plans and this establishment of rail lines, there's a man that was mentioned by Sadedek. He attended one of the Sadedek programs. People who design railway, people who established it for other countries as powerful engineers, respected across the globe. Yet our homeland don't even have effective rail lines. And when these people come home to add their quota, you will see useless, irresponsible politicians and political leaders truncating and frustrating their efforts. And you don't just sit down there and tell me that Lagos is revenue. What nonsense. I don't like excuses. I don't like excuses. Don't give excuse to failure, to irresponsibility. No, you don't give excuses. Okay? So I respect your opinion anyway. I understand what you're saying, but we must not give excuses. This is not time for us to give excuse on failure when we have the capacity to succeed. All right? Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. And we move on to the other person who are dropping their comments. Michael said, I've been traveling around the world. I don't know what is controlling the spirit of my Igbo people. Let us wake up from sleeping. Honestly speaking, we just have to wake up. Many of us are in our dreamland. Don't forget, we are still live. You can call the numbers on the screen, +234-810-4545-533 to submit or make your own submission. The lines are free now. Some of you will start calling when others are already disturbing the line. So you can call now and drop your submission with respect to the topic we are reviewing. And we have limited time. We have limited time. So I bet we utilize that time most effectively. So I'm going back to the comment section. While I'm reading the comment section, I'm making commentaries, I'm waiting for your calls. And when it doesn't come, at the end of the program, we say bye-bye. Because the most important thing is that we have gotten the message. All right. We have Onyeka Chiokere. Thank you for showing your face. Nze Diego Chimobi. He said something, and I think I have to read it out because that is part of the lamentation of our people. Listen to this. Nze Diego Chimobi said, a night before election, all media system and all communication system will be shut down because that night there will be bloody massacre to take over the country. You can imagine. When did that one happen? Or are you assuming it will happen? Okay. Let us hope that this is your prophecy or your vision or your illusion, whatever the case might be. But the truth of the matter is that after this year, come 2023, there will be an election. But my concern is not even about the Abuja election. I'm talking about our homeland. Our homeland, the Biafra territory. Because election we hold there, whether you like it or not. The most important thing is who occupies your political offices. If the wrong people continue to occupy it, trust me, we will continue the agitation without making any headway. Just write it down somewhere. I'm telling you the raw, unadulterated truth. I'm not here to feed your emotions or to tell you what you want to hear. I will tell you the practicable truth. And time have always justified our position because truth cannot be changed. You are free to still make your submission through calls. The lines are still open. You can call +234-810-4545-533. Let's go back to our comment section and see what we've got there. Thank you, Nze Diogo, for your submission. Okay? It is all welcomed. All right. Now, Michael Echefula said we need seaport. Yes, we need seaport for economic advancement. We need a whole lot of things for economic advancement. But the most important thing we need is to organize our structure. And because we understand the limitation Nigeria structure have placed an embargo against our development as a people in Nigeria. We must understand that. So we have to start from the ones we can do. There are things that we know we can do by ourselves while struggling and agitating to achieve that have other external factors or influence for us to accomplish that. So it's very important, okay? It's very important we understand some of these things. So Michael, what you noted is quite very acceptable. All right? It's quite very acceptable. We need a seaport. We need a whole lot of things to drive development. But it all boils down on your politicians or your political leaders. Let us take our first caller calling from United Kingdom. Hello, good evening. Your name, please.
Yeah, hello. Chinedu, can you hear me?
I can hear you and the world can hear you as well. Make your submission. Your name and where you're calling from. Your name and where you're calling from United Kingdom.
Yeah, this is Johnson calling from UK.
All right, Joseph, go ahead.
Okay. There is one question I want to ask you, Chinedu.
Go ahead, please.
Very important. And then I want everybody that is listening. And in fact, let me go straight to ask this question. Chinedu, you keep saying if we put the wrong person, we keep agitating.
Yep.
If we put the wrong person, we keep agitating. My question is, do you actually believe in Nigerian election and Nigerian politics? Do you actually believe in it?
My brother, you have to believe in it, whether you like it or not. Whether you like, as long as you are still a Nigerian, you have to believe in it. You have to believe the fact that there will be an election, whether you vote or you don't vote. That is the truth. Abi no be true?
Okay, can you hear me?
No, is it not true?
True, I can't hear you. What did you say?
I said, is it not true what I answered you, that whether you like it or not, whether you believe in it or not, there will be an election and there will be people who will be occupying elective positions in Nigeria, in Biafran territory.
Okay.
Is that true or not? That is what I'm asking you now.
Wait. That comes to, the thing is,
you know, you asked me a question, I've answered your question, and I'm throwing the question back at you.
Somebody will occupy it.
Okay.
Right? Somebody will occupy it.
Okay.
But let me ask you this question again.
Okay, go ahead.
When the Imo people voted in Hedioha,
yes,
who removed the Hedioha and put
Hope Uzodimma? Thank you very much. That is a very wonderful question, because whenever we talk about it, people will refer Ihedioha. How many Biafrans voted for Ihedioha during that election in Imo State? Did the Biafran people participate in the election that happened in Imo State that brought in Ihedioha and was rigged out by Hope Uzodimma? How many Biafrans participated? I want to ask you that question. Did the Biafran people participate? Okay, now let me now answer this question again by also reassuring you that Ihedioha that you are talking about, is he a Biafran enthusiast? Has he ever mentioned or taken any decision or participated in any way to show that he is a Biafran enthusiast, pursuing and aspiring for the same thing Biafran people are agitating for? Is he a Biafran? By activism? No, because you people, you know one thing. When you sit out there and you try to mop up issues without going down to the reality on ground and the truth of the matter, the fact remains that both Ihedioha and Hope Uzodimma are all birds of the same feather, playing one Nigerian politics. How many Biafrans have contested? I mean, die-hard Biafrans have contested and been supported by Biafrans. How many? Tell me one. Tell me one. Have you ever done one? And you are telling me about Ihedioha. I beg, bring another issue up, please. Let's talk about another thing. Stop mopping up issues. We are talking about Biafrans, die-hard Biafrans, people who believe in Biafra. People like me, I am a die-hard Biafran. If I come out to contest to become a senator or to become a governor, how many Biafran people will back me? How many people are Biafrans in Anambra State? If Governor Soludo can win with 100 and something thousand votes, and we have over 3 million Biafrans in Anambra State, and you are telling me about these things, my brother, keep it aside. Until we understand the game of politics, we Biafrans cannot make any headway. You must understand that. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? You still haven't answered my question. I hate when I try to ask somebody. I'm a kind of man. Nobody intimidates me by trying to overshadow me or something like that. No, I'm not that kind of person. All I'm asking you is, you said who voted I don't know what you are trying to explain there, but let me ask you, who won the election in Imo State? Who won the election in Imo State?
A Nigerian politician playing Nigerian politics.
Who did INEC declare winner? Who did INEC declare winner of that election?
That is what I'm telling you. The INEC declared one of themselves. He declared Ihedioha, who is a Nigerian politician, who is advocating for one Nigeria. That is the person that was declared the winner. How does it concern Biafran people? Did the Biafran people participate in that election? That is the question I'm asking you. Did the Biafran people participate in that election? Is there any Biafran that contested for that election and he was rigged out? You know, see me Ihedioha. Ihedioha, is he a Biafran agitator? Or you just want to mop up issues? Now, my brother, let us talk on the real issues, my brother. Let us not confuse ourselves. We are talking about building an institution in Biafran land. This is Biafra Discourse. If we are talking about Nigerian politics, it's a different ball game. We are talking about the Biafrans. We are dealing on the Biafran issue. So, tell me and answer me. Emeki Ihedioha you are talking about, is he a Biafran activist? Has he ever supported any Biafran cause? Has he ever spoken up with respect and in favor of Biafran agitation for self-determination? You are talking about Emeki Ihedioha. You are talking about PDP. You are talking about APC. The people will know that there are two sides of the same coin. No, my brother, don't confuse yourself, because we are talking about Biafrans here. You as a Biafran, if you are from Imo State, have you ever declared that you want to become the governor and the Biafran people fail to, vote for you and you become the governor of Imo State and start doing the right thing? Who stopped you?
Chinedu.
Yes, I'm listening.
You still haven't answered my question.
I have answered your question. I don't know whether you want me to answer any other thing.
You haven't. You haven't.
That means you have not heard what you want me to tell you. You know, one thing about our people is that thing that you have already molded your heart to receive is the only thing you want to hear. And you don't want to hear the truth. I have tabled the truth to you. I have answered your question in a clear terms. But you have refused to take that question and the answer that have been given to you, because that is not what you want to hear. But that is the truth. My brother, that is the truth. Whether we like it, and the rest of all our people listening to this program, I believe most of you are on the same position as our brother who is speaking on the phone. So I am addressing every one of us. We are Biafrans. I am a die-hard Biafran. I am a Biafran from the core. And I am in Biafran land. I am not hiding. The whole world knew. Even our enemies knew. Even our brand says it all. BVI Channel 1. They know. So let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. It is high time we take the bull by the horn. Freedom is not given, it is taken. We have to take it. It's not about sentiment. Okay? So I think I have answered your question expressly very clear, and I believe you understand it very clear. But if there are other concerns you want to throw up, with respect to the topic we are discussing, because you almost drove us out from the topic we are discussing, which is how prepared are we? Now I'm asking you this question. How prepared are we as Biafrans for Biafra independence? If eventuality happens in Nigeria today, which is inevitable, that you wake up one day and Nigeria is no more, how ready are we Biafrans for our independence? I'm asking you that question now, and I want your answers. You are no longer speaking? Hello?
Yeah, Chinedu. You know one thing about you is.
No, my brother, I asked you a question. It's not about me now. It's about the topic we are discussing.
No. I try to educate you on certain things. Because It seems like you are bringing, have I seen any Biafra activists that come to, contest?
Excuse me, how am I fighting any Biafran? Have I mentioned any group or any person or any individual? I am talking as a Biafran. I am not talking as a member of any group whatsoever. I'm talking as a Biafran, and I have the right to speak as a Biafran. What are you talking about? That is one problem we have. I believe I am about sectionalism. I believe obulon kendi otu ani neku. I believe obulon kendi group ani neku. We don't believe in it. Arrant nonsense. That is the division we are talking about. My brother, I asked a simple question, general question. How prepared are we Biafrans for our independence? It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. Answer. If you have the answer. If you don't have the answer, you might give other people a chance to give us answers to it. Because we need answers. We are not, this is not time for emotion. This is not time for sentiment. Since 1999, we are still on this course. How many years? So, ask the question and answer the question, how prepared are we Biafrans for our independence? Obona I prepared, you go and I say they prepared. Obona I not prepared, you go and I say they prepared. Prepared. It is important. If that is not important to you, maybe we can give other people a chance to speak. Well, let us take another caller. It seems that he doesn't have much to say about this. Hello, Barrister. We are live on air and we are on BVI Channel 1, Biafra Discourse. Barrister, can you tell us or answer the question under the view? Yeah, hello, Barrister. We are live and direct on our live broadcast, Biafra Discourse. And we are asking a question. How prepared are we as Biafrans for our independence? Do you have any question? Do you have any answer to that?
Yes, I think I have a little contribution to make.
All right, Barrister, go ahead.
Yes,
Barrister, that is Barrister Livingstone from calling from Biafran land. Go ahead, Barrister.
Yes, the truth of the matter is that with the freedom we are talking about, we are not actually following the structure. Are you with me?
Go ahead, the world is listening to you.
The way and manner we are following these things, there are a lot of misconceptions, there are a lot of theories, there are a lot of wrong information that have been parading the corridors of our information line. So this is not how we need to follow this thing. We need to come together. We need to have a common goal. We need to have a common strategy. Going after issues about Biafra, we need to follow a political structure. It is something that must be done. You cannot do without it. We must have a structure that will bring everybody into the picture. It is not this pattern we are following that people will have the various groups. This group will be against the other group will be against the other group. That's not how it is done. So if we are doing it that way, the divide and rule system will not help us. It will linger the journey. First of all, we need to understand who we are. What is our identity? What is our common goal? How do we go about it? Then what necessary steps do we need to take? And we have to also understand that we need to bring everybody into the picture. Everybody must be making contributions. That's just my humble suggestion.
All right, thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your own contribution.
Thank you.
All right, the lines are still open. The time is far spent. And I believe everything that is needed to be said had been said. But if you think you have more things to say, the lines are still open because we have very limited time to conclude this section. Biafra Discourse today, we are talking about how prepared are we for Biafra independence, considering the three core aspects of life that shows and indicates that the people are ready. Talking about justice system, which we have elaborated, talking about economic growth, which we have also expatiated upon, I'm talking about institutional establishment, because it is institutions that drive a people. What institutional establishment have we done? We have highlighted that of the North and the West, what they are doing, despite even agitating for their own self-determination in various ways. The Odua people are doing the agitation for self-determination. Even the North otherwise are agitating for Islamic State. And they have institutionalized Sharia government. They have established their courts. They have established their own police. They have their own banking system, of which the eventuality and the inevitable will happen in Nigeria. One day, this country, you will wake up and you will see it no more. What becomes of our people? How are we ready for Biafra independence? That is the question. Let's take another call. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Hello, my name is Okoye Nachi. I'm calling from United Arab Emirates.
Ife Nachi calling from?
Hello? I'm calling from United Arab Emirates.
All right, UAE. All right, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead with your submission.
Hello?
Go ahead with your submission to the question we are asking. How prepared are we for Biafra independence?
That you say that I love so much. Hello? Yeah. There's a thing that you said, is it from the last two callers, about whether we vote or we don't vote, election must hold. That is the pure truth. And I want to tell our people, go and get your PVC. Everybody should go and get their PVC. Let us just forget about all this. Me, I'm a diehard Biafran. I'm a diehard follower of Nnamdi Kanu. But we must get it right. We must show them that we have that political power. We have that voting power. Not that if you come in Enugu, you will not see up to 1 million votes. Let everybody go and get their PVC and vote. Let them see that the Southeasterners cannot be left behind. And I want to make another submission again. By the ending of 2023 presidential election, you see all these never do well political leaders of Ndigbo. All of them will be a die-hard Biafran, because Fulanis Gabaya happy. Fulanis will teach them a
bitter lesson.
They will teach them a lesson that they can never forget. And in many of them, you will see kind of the rise of Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe after the election, you will see people becoming Nnamdi Kanu as the next Nnamdi Kanu, and less of them. So let our people, let them go and get their PVC card. Everybody should go and get their PVC and stop all this nonsense. So that's my own suggestion. And what we need is we need freedom, because you can be independent, but you are not free. So what we need is
freedom first. My brother EJ, it very important.
So we have to be free in our own land first, before we talk about any other thing. So thank you.
Honestly speaking, I am so overwhelmed and grateful to God that this message is sinking and our people are realizing, and some of our people understand this truth. Not those living in illusion, not those living in a lie. Thank you very much, my brother, and I believe more people will get this message and it will begin to make sense, because that is the only way we will start experiencing our freedom. Ani wajaka iketo onwanye na now. Nke abozi nke ndi ilo kele onwanye kele anyị no nke anyị na ekezi onwanye but the main thing. Thank you very much, my brother from UAE, who made a very powerful submission.
All right, thank you.
God bless you. All Maria Hama. Thank God our people realize, some of our people are realizing this thing. It's a simple thing. I wonder why and how we are failing to understand this simple thing. I wonder how we are failing to understand this simple thing. Failing to understand this simple thing. Hello, your name and where you're calling from, please. You're calling from United Kingdom anyway. Your name, please.
Yes, I call back Chinedu.
Oh, you're calling back. We should allow other people who have not spoken to speak now. There are many people on the line.
I know, but Yeah, my line cut off. I just want to respond to, we have to find we have to look into what is our problem first, where our problem is coming from. Immediately we capture where our problem is coming from and know who is our problem, we have won the game. But as long as we did not know where our problem is coming from, we will keep beating around the bush. We will keep lamenting. Now, let me say something before I go. The Western world tackle their problem, where their problem comes from. They tackle it and sort it out. Now, that brings me back from whatever we are saying, PVC or not PVC. The same PVC they used to vote in Hedioha in Imo State. I'm still repeating it until we get it right. They vote in Hedioha in Imo State, and the Fulani removed the man that the people of Imo State voted and put their own person. And they went to court, and they still persist that they want to put the whole post of the Madia.
My brother, you are still dragging us off point. You are still dragging us off point, please. I'm sorry. You are dragging us off point. We have tabled this issue and we have nailed it to the cross. Whether Uhope Uzodimau, whether Hope if you head your house, or whether PDP or APC, these guys are playing one Nigerian politics. We are talking about the Biafran people. Have Biafran people participated in the election and failed? The answer is no. It's a simple thing. Okay? So let us just keep it that way. Thank you very much. Let us leave and get other people who are trying to get the line and make their own submission. We cannot continue dwelling in the wrong narrative. We cannot continue deceiving ourselves. That is the truth. We cannot continue in that line. We can't continue doing the same thing and expecting a different result. No, it doesn't work that way. Let me take the call from Lagos. Hello, Emmanuel.
Hello.
Hello, Emmanuel, go ahead. You have the floor.
Hello.
Emmanuel, go ahead. Can't you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, you can call back again and check your network. Let's take other callers on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, caller from Spain. Your name, please.
My name is Brown. I'm calling from Spain.
Go ahead, Val. What's your submission, please?
I love what you are doing, but I have something to say because I don't know if I will say it in Igbo language because.
Biafra is not about Tundi Igbo. Biafra is beyond Igbo. When we talk about Biafra Discourse, that's why we use English. When we are doing Igbo program, we can speak Igbo.
Okay, I'm sorry. They say that we Biafrans, we are educated. But it's like our people are not educated because I've lived in Europe and I see how they develop the place. Okay, let me ask something. How many times did our governors have a joint meeting together on how to develop the state? Nothing. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Because they only focus on PDP, APC, APOGA, and stealing the money. You know, this information now, I watched it about 2 years ago, and I was expecting that by now that they will start hitting the ground running. Unfortunately, nothing is going on. And let me tell you one thing, because the governors, they are not interested. Okay? Our so-called governors, they are not interested. They believe in stealing that money and go to Dubai and buy house, or America and buy house. That is the only thing they are benefiting. That is the only thing they want to know. So we should forget about talking about these useless governors, because I am not happy. I'm a Biafran. And by now, if we can be able to start developing our state, our hometown, the rest of the Nigerians will see that these people are far away from them. Nobody will tell them that these people are far away, but they are not ready to do it. So thank you. That's what I want to say.
All right. Now you didn't answer the question that we are deliberating upon. How prepared are we as Biafran people for Biafra independence?
I thought that we are not prepared because there is no sign.
We are not ready.
This is not the job of me and you. Those people that say that they are the leaders, they are not doing nothing.
Okay, now you talk about the leaders. How ready are we to remove these leaders from the position of authority and put in people who share our aspiration, at least to some extent or to a large extent, or even call hardcore Biafrans, like you yourself now, you indicate you want to be the governor, or you indicate you want to be a senator, or representing Biafran people, or you want to be your state assembly, representing your locality, your Biafran community. How ready are our people to support you and ensure that they vote for you massively? How ready are we?
Mazi, you see, one thing is that I don't believe in election.
Oh, you don't believe in election? Then why are you looking up to the political leaders now? What are you expecting from the political leaders if you're not interested in the election?
Mazi, I'm sorry. The PDP, APC, and
you are talking about PDP and APC. These are Nigerian political parties. What of the one that our legend Ojukwu left for us? How did we leave it for never do well politicians to hijack?
They have destroyed it now.
It is because die-hard Biafrans shied away from politics. People like you, hello, Chalo.
Yeah.
People like you are not interested in the election. And that is why people like you and many of us who are not interested in the election abandoned the political rallying point Ojukwu left behind for never do well one Nigerian politicians to occupy. Don't you think so?
Mazi,
oh, we are cause of our problem, my brother. Now we be our problem. Oh. So we should not expect anything from the politicians. That is the bottom line. Oh. We should not expect any magic from the politicians.
Mazi, if let's say that Africa is controlling the south, the Biafran land, it will be a different thing. Okay? But now we have other criminal parties.
That's what I'm saying now. Since you left, since you are not interested in the politics, you are not interested in the elections. That is why many of us are not interested. And eventually, criminals now occupy the positions you and I are supposed to occupy.
Mazi, I cannot live in the middle of talking of election because I'm not there. That is my.
No, I am making a statement. I'm not talking just about you. I'm talking about every one of us. All right, Val, thank you very much anyway for your submission. Your submission have really helped in this program. Thank you so much. Let us take other callers who are calling. Thank you and God bless you for joining us.
And God bless you too.
All right, that is Val from Spain. We appreciate his calling and many people are still calling. I don't know why people always like to call after the program have elapsed. Office. Anyway, that is my commitment. On when zip them all right, Emmanuel from Lagos, go ahead. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think I can hear you, though your voice is fainting.
All right, go ahead with the submission very quickly.
Chinedu. Yes, I must really commend you for what you are doing. This particular program is bringing the awareness of Ndigos, of Biafrans, to what the real issues are. However, I understand the fact that you don't agree with the last caller. At the same time, on my own part, I will not blame the last caller and every other person who don't believe in election. I understand what they feel. I would tell you, in recent time, I personally did a study of Nigerian election from 1999 till 2019, which was the last election. Sincerely, what I discovered were shocking and alarming. That is another topic for another day. Meanwhile, to your main topic of discussion, how prepared are we for the Nigerians? For
Biafra independence, yeah.
Yes, independence. The truth is, we are still on course. I must be open to you.
Okay.
Because not everybody understands what this Biafra agitation is all about.
Okay.
For me, I wish I would happen to be a member of IPOP, which the Nigerian government has prescribed. Now, this is where the problem is. The federal government has criminalized IPOP. And what is IPOP? The indigenous people of Biafra. This is the best tag which we used to tag a Biafran. If I choose, it's just like I decide to identify myself as with a particular group, that should not be criminalized. How many of our governors today, our Igbo politicians, are standing up to identify themselves as Biafrans? Secondly, even though they do not identify themselves as Biafrans, because it's their choice, can't they equally lend a voice to the government of the day to let them know that it is wrong to criminalize what is not a crime? My brother, I tell you, if we have respected, reputable Igbo politicians who are lending their voice to tell the government of the day that identify yourself with Biafra is not a crime, I think it will go a long way to solve our problem. But where the federal government of Nigeria today is telling you IPOB is a terrorist organization, it's a proscribed organization, I tell you, everybody will be afraid to align themselves with this Biafra issue. Look at the Oduduwa people. When they started their issue of wanting to proscribe Afenifere or Ilana Omodua, you can see the way they raise the tempo. No, you cannot criminalize these people. And this happened about 2-3 months ago. But with the indigenous people of Biafra, all Igbo politicians kept their mouths shut. I think this is something that they have to fight. Proscribing IPOB is like prescribing all Indigos.
Okay. Now, Emmanuel, can you give me some opportunity to address some issues which is very important, which our people have been missing? You know, you say you talked about being a member of IPOB, right?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know that nobody is a member of IPOB?
I love that. I love the fact. Yes, I love that.
I'm coming.
I love that.
I'm coming.
Yes, okay.
You have to. Our people have to understand. Like I am an IPOB. I have declared that time and over, even on radio station, on the street, everywhere. I am IPOB. I am an indigenous person of Biafra.
I love that. I love that.
And nobody have arrested me for being an IPOB. But when you say you are a member of IPOB, that means you are talking about a particular group that the federal government have prescribed. And now you put yourself in the, and they will see you as somebody that lacks information. You know, when you lack information, your enemy can use it against you and make a mess of you.
My brother.
That is the mistake many of our people are making. From the onset, I told our people that indigenous people of Biafra is a people and not a group that you need to be a member to go and register and become a member. And many people call me Sabutua. Many people call me unprintable names. But this is the fact.
My brother.
And that is what the federal government capitalized on.
My brother, I understand what you are saying.
Good.
But no matter, my brother, relax. No matter, this is the truth. This is use of grammar. And I tell you that some people can miscarry grammars. You understand? And for these people who will miscarry grammar, I think we should equally give them some kind of cabinet to bring them into the fold that this is a miscarriage of grammar. But whether or not we like it, there is no gain shielding from the fact that once you talk about Biafra, the federal government will come after you.
No, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. I am talking about Biafra. I am agitating for Biafra, and I am on the street. The DSS, if they want to pick me up now where I am speaking, they can pick me up. And I am made bold to say it.
My brother.
No, I'm telling you, I'm not living in diaspora. I'm speaking to you from Biafran land.
Hold on, I know.
So when you say you will be arrested by federal government if you are a Biafran, it is totally wrong. Don't create that impression.
That from the key politicians. Is it Abia State they are going to? Is it Port Harcourt that you are looking at? Is it Imo? You understand? At least I am mentioning states for you. These are governors that even me myself who lives in Lagos see that no, these governors are not standing by their people.
Okay.
I understand the way Indigos reason. Sorry to use that word.
Okay, and now.
And you might, yes.
Now.
Let me land.
Okay.
Both of us, we have a different mindset.
Yeah.
Than a majority of Indigbos, I would say that they are kind of myopic. You understand? With the way they handle issues. We are seeing beyond, and I think we have to look for a way of getting to them, pass this knowledge to them in the language that they will understand. We do not expect them to come to us because we are just too high for them. I truly understand what I'm trying to say. For me, I'm a social media person, and what I see on social media concerning the people of the Southeast region, you understand, it shows that these people, they actually know what they want, but how to go about it is a problem. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
it is people like you, yes, it is people like you who is taking this knowledge to them, opening their eyes. I tell you, when people tell you they do not want election, I fully understand that. But do we now say that because they have a genuine reasons, we should not know? We need to really share our concerns, open up their eyes. We look for politicians that have people that are actually egocentric.
Okay, Emmanuel, for want of time.
Hold on. I am still going for that. Even
for want of time.
Okay, no problem. Not just as governors, even as senators. We need egocentric politicians in the House of Representatives.
Exactly.
In the Senate. Yes, not just as governors, not just as people. No, when they are there, they are making laws. They know that no, these people are actually speaking for their people.
Exactly.
Look at the Northerners. Look at what they do. Whether from APC or PDP, when it comes to the North, they are one. But when it comes to the East, you are talking of the issue of Indigbos. You begin to see them divide themselves across party lines. For what? How can we get what we want, for God's sake? We cannot get what we want.
Okay, I think I agree with you on that position. Very, very much correct.
Yes.
And the only way, like I would like to conclude so that we allow other callers, the last caller for the day to talk is for us to get the right people on board.
Yes.
Is for us to identify the people who share our aspirations.
Yes.
Not just anyhow person that comes up and tell you I'm a politician, and you go and vote for the person after collecting money from the person.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
That is the reason I really love what you do. You understand?
Yeah.
Thank you and God bless you.
God bless you too, Emmanuel. God bless you. Thank you for joining the program.
All right.
It has been an engaging one, and we'll just take just one more call and one or two more calls. Then we'll call it a day for tonight. This is BVI Channel 1 live interactive program, Biafra Discourse. And we have, in a long stretch, in fact, we have to stretch the time beyond our limit. Talking about the 1 hour program is so much more than 1 hour that we've been on this program, answering the question, how prepared are we as Biafrans? If we are calling lately, then we can only take the call. We can only take the call, and you have to speak for a maximum of 2 minutes. Maximum of 2 minutes, and straight to the question. If we are taking further calls, so that by a couple of minutes from now, we'll be wrapping it up. So the numbers are still open. While we're waiting, we go to the comment section. Okay, before we go to the comment section, let's take this call. Hello, Ndubisi and Enugu is live and has joined us from Oka. Hello, Ndubisi, go ahead with your submission. We have very little more time on this program.
Hello, Chinedu. To answer your question straight, we as Biafrans are not yet ready. Now I will use example to demonstrate my conclusion. For the past 30 years or 40 years after the Civil War, the Northerners started preparing themselves in case of any eventuality. So also as the West, the Yorubas. Do you know if you come to Alaibo here now, I do not think you will see any single investment in terms of building owned by an Hausa man or Yoruba man. I once have a friend in the bank, when we were buying land in Onitsha, I wanted to market that my friend to buy a plot of land in Onitsha. He told me no. The guy is from Ekiti State. He said no, he will not buy. Instead, go back to Ekiti to buy a plot of land. The same thing goes to an Hausa or Fulani person. Fulanis will come to Oka here, make all the millions after selling their cows. They will not bother themselves to buy land to build ordinary bungalow or self-con apartment. They will not. Instead, they will transfer their money home. But Ndi Igbo will travel to Lagos, buy all the property there, buy all the land there, buy all the building.
Ndubisi, we are losing connection with you. I hope we get back with you. Okay, Ndubisi, go ahead. We just lost you a couple of seconds.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead very briefly, because
Hello?
other callers, we need to wrap it up.
Okay, I think it's enough for us to advise ourselves that we are not yet ready. We are talking too much. In terms of talking, we are ready. But in terms of strategy and action, we are not ready. Building institutions that will prepare us to exit.
I think we lost you again. We lost you in the BC. We would have wanted you to tell us your.
I know you.
Yeah, we would have wanted you to tell us what we will do, so for us to be ready. But that will be. I will bring you back in later. Let us take this call. I just stand by. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Chinedu.
Yeah. Good evening to you. Where are you calling us from? Your name, please.
I'm calling from the state of Georgia, United States.
Sorry.
My name is Ishie PC Obajiago. I'm calling from the state of Georgia, United States.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Ichie.
Thank you, my dear brother. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your job. I appreciate your civilization to our people, my dear brother. Keep it up.
Thank you.
My own contribution, my dear people. Let every Igbo man, every Biafran, to bring down all their development to our region. Let us stop developing other regions of Nigeria, because they don't see you as one. They only see you as a developer. They don't see you as part of them. They don't have any love for you. Why they are holding us in Nigeria? Why they don't want us to go to Biafra land? It's just because the quality they find in us. They know that we are developers. They know that wherever we step our leg on, we take the place as our own home. That is the reason. Therefore, I'm advising all the Biafrans, all the Igbo men and women, please and please, come back to our home. Bring your development to our lands, please. I'm begging every one of you. Stop wasting time in other part of Nigeria. You are not part of them. They don't see you as their own brother. I know my people. We are in love with everybody surrounding us. Everyone neighbor, we take them as our own family. But they don't see you like that. Stop deceiving yourself. Please bring down your development to our own region, which is Biafra land. Don't hope on our governors. They can't do nothing. They are engaged. They are all engaged before they come to that government. The Fulanis, other race of Nigeria, they know they can't live without Igbo man. They can't develop their region without you, believe me. They know what is in you. They know that you are creative. They know you are blessed. And before they give any power to any of our governors or senators, they will tell them, never you bring any development to the region of Eastern region of Nigeria. They will warn them and they will reach an agreement with them. Please, and please, individual Igbo men and women, the individual Biafrans, please and please, I beg you people, stop developing other regions of Nigeria. Bring your wealth and your development to our land. Right from your villages, right from your towns, right from your local government, right from the cities of the Biafran land. Let our place be more attractive.
Okay.
Please and please, I'm begging our people.
Thank you, Ishie. Thank you, Ishie. God bless
Thank you, my dear brother.
Thank you very much.
I raised my case.
Thank you very much. All right, let's take, I think, the last caller for today. Your name, you're calling from United Kingdom. Your name, please.
Yeah, my name is Chidebere.
Sorry?
Yeah, my name is Chidebere.
Chidebere, go ahead, please. And be brief, we are wrapping it up.
Actually, I so much agree to that last caller. The only thing is that how are we prepared as Igbo people? I tell you, we are not very prepared, but the other religion are prepared. From what the last caller said, you can see that you cannot find any Fulani or Hausa person building a house, owning investment in Igbo land.
Exactly.
It's very hard to see any Yoruba person owning investment in Igbo land. So everything, those people are really prepared because they don't own investment in Igbo land because they know that one day they are still going to leave Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? But what they have done is that it's our politicians. Our politicians have to wake up and see. I was not born in Igbo land, to be honest. I'm a proper Yoruba. If you look at me, even I speak Yoruba more than Igbo, because I started speaking Yoruba before I started speaking Igbo. But the fact is that even as I am in abroad now, I have a very big mansion I'm building in that place in Owerri, where even I'm sending money there and they are eating my money. That's what I'm saying. That is, let me tell you one thing. That is how I haven't been there, but the money that they have just supposed to take me just 40 million is taking me more millions of naira. That's what I'm saying. For the fact I'm so happy because I'm doing it for them. I'm creating jobs. But what I want to tell you, I'm not born in Igbo land, but I always have my friends here, my brothers here, because my brothers are here. But apart from all, we are building in the east, trying to take our investment to the east. But what I want to say, we have to realize, we have to be prepared, and our governors have to wake up, because Nigeria, very soon, something will happen. You know, something will happen in Nigeria. To be honest, in Nigeria, they have borrowed all our life. You understand what I'm saying? The money, the budget, they borrow it. Everything they borrow it. Where are they going to get money to pay back? You know, so I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm not a politician. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to advise people to die, but let God help us. But we have to know one thing: Nigeria, one day, something is going to happen. And these outside people, they don't want to. They want to keep on enslaving us so that we take our investment out. Igbo land, there's nothing. You know, that's what I want to say.
All right.
Let God just say so.
All right, thank you very much. And that will be the last caller for today. Thank you, everyone who have listened. God bless you for joining this program. Next month will be very engaging in solution-based that we've announced earlier. We'll be engaging in agricultural investment, and we hope that every one of you out there will be interested to be part of this revolution that will ignite the economic growth and sustainability we have been yearning for. Whether the government of the Southeast are ready or not, we the people cannot fail ourselves. And that is one thing BVI Channel 1 has been able to establish for our people through good governance ministry. And I tell you, it is time. It is time for us to do the needful. It is time for us to get it right. And trust me, we can. So get ready for next month for that agricultural program, and I bet you we will be free If somebody mentioned it, we need freedom, then we get our independence. And on that, I'm saying, may God bless you all. Every one of you who have commented, any one of you who have called, we appreciate you. And we say, may God keep you until I come your way next time, next week. Stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye for now. This is Biafra Discourse.